400 miles away.
So there was apparently some tornadoes over there, but those bad ones, there is one on the ground, which is...
Man, it's closer than we are.
But I think that we're going to see something down here later.
Right.
Trying to pull everything up. So, howdy everybody. Welcome to the stream. We need to mute the live chat.
Waiting for the storms.
Yes, we are. So we are in Oklahoma, as y'all can see. You know, we're waiting and seeing how everything's going to play out today, guys. We've got a tornado watch to our northeast. We're trying to get up into Kansas. Where are we?
We're almost to Kansas.
Okay, yeah. So we're almost to the state line. We're trying to get up into portions of Kansas along the Kansas 400 area, so we can figure out from there where we need to go. I do think that given, see how everybody's positioned themselves here, Mark. I do think this is associated with the warm front, because there's not really that much of a northeastern coming to it. Look at that, we got 60, 54. That's a left split though.
Up here?
Yeah, that's in Wichita.
That's what I mean. North of us.
Yeah, very much so. But we're going to want to be almost over by like Kingman down Parker, Pratt. I do think that this area here is going to be our biggest. Like if I had to guess, this is where I'd put it for the initial stuff.
Wichita and hang a left.
Yep. Deborah Clifton says here in southeast Missouri, we are pretty sick of tornadoes and storms, as I'm sure they are.
Good afternoon, Miss Clifton. Good to see you back on. Deborah's got to be one of the record holders for the longest fan, supporter, encourager, follower. We're talking probably at least 20 years.
Matt said, it's the weirdest thing, but between Pratt and Greensburg, where we are now, we drove through 1 to 2 mile visibility with fog and drizzle. That's odd.
Sounds completely opposite of what I was expecting.
Right through the Theta E tongue, that's what that is. Deborah just said, been keeping up with Mark since Hurricane Ivan in September 2004. That's awesome. We're in Mulhall, by the way.
You know, given y'all on the stream, if I'm not mistaken, Josh Werman, who stated that the Mulhall tornado on May 3rd, 99 could have very well been more powerful than the Bridge Creek Moore tornado. And there just wasn't anybody around to sample it with Doppler radar. Or, no, that's based off of the Doppler radar information.
Right.
So, it's just very interesting how all of these come together. It's weird that we're seeing...
expect delays. Why? Why would it say that? Alright, there's gonna be some delays for unknown reasons.
Yes. No, I can't talk right now. I don't know. Alright, well, I'll talk to you later, okay? Call him up! Every time. Well, I found the dry line.
Didn't know you lost it.
No, I'm saying on a satellite.
Let me guess, it's 54 over 38 there. This is better than 63 though. It is 74 outside.
Where are you asking, is it? Because I can tell you right now, in Wichita, 73-ish over 64. In Hutchinson, it's 72 over 62. I don't know what P28 is. It's 69 over 64. And then in GBD, wherever that is, it's 73 over 63.
Great Bend.
That's it. Getting some badings. New convective outlook just came out. Update just dropped. They're holding the moderate, so that's good at least.
Weird, I thought it would be sunny and
We're nowhere near the target, that's why. 'Cause if you look at,
depends on the target, because
Yeah.
Wichita is in the moderate.
yeah, I don't know why it's, I don't know.
It's a very small target.
That's where I throw up my hands and go, I don't know.
This toast is ready.
So we got, oh, apparently we were chipmunked for a bit.
It's doing that again?
No, it's done now.
Why
So-
does it do that?
I don't know. I guess, Mike would know. Where is the ding coming from? Okay. Mike, if you're listening, we gotta turn off that transcript feature to Discord. Or at least put it somewhere where we can mute it. Because that's just, that was the ba-dum. And I was ready to just be like, what the...
He said it helps him define stuff later.
Well, I'm sure it does. I like the idea. We just need to put it somewhere where we can mute that channel.
Right.
Always. That would just be fantastic. Doesn't help me.
Yeah.
So they're still kind of uncertain on how this is all going to play out because of the cloud cover, which was one of our failure modes. And actually, the moderate now goes the whole way from Hayes down to Ponca City. They they shrunk it this way, which is interesting because Dodge City itself is actually not in the moderate. Like, at all.
I wasn't going to Dodge City.
No, I know, I'm just saying. Because I know some folks were thinking that it was going to fire up out there, but I don't know about that.
So it's updated.
Yeah, so that's it here. This is the final.
All the people are at the bottom of it.
Pretty much. Like, they're all, like, down here. So I still think, like, our initial plan was Kingman to Pratt.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. I don't think this here is going to be worth our time because it's just lifting north with the warm front.
Right.
So...
good stuff's going to be out there in tornado country anyway.
Assuming it can get going and maintain a supercellular, discrete supercellular whatever. At least that's the hope. Anyhow. Bing, bing. Nadine says, am I the only one having audio troubles?
So it's still chipmunking us.
I don't think so, at least.
The latest her certainly suggests that where we're going is going to be lit.
Nadine. Yeah, I know, I saw. We got about 2.5 hours if we're going to Pratt. No, you don't want it to go that way. That's going to stair step us. Unless you want to stair step. Because it's going to take us off of 35.
I wonder what the
Because you have it set to do that.
difference is.
It's like 15 minutes of difference in terms of time.
Yeah, we'll stick with the interstate.
It's doing that because you didn't turn off. I turned off the, oh, this is the most fuel efficient way thing. I turned that off. Because that's where it would always try to take me these weird ways. And I was like,
Right.
just take me the interstate. It's faster. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm good taking this to.
Because my only concern is that we get behind anything, or we're too far south, or we're, you know. Although, I mean, we should be coming into the moderate soon.
Yeah. Isn't that on your radar scope?
It's hard to get it to lock onto our location on the laptop. But I'm going to turn it on here. So, I mean, by the time we get to Tonkawa, so like, where are we? We're like 13 miles from the edge of the monorail.
Right now we're enhanced. And
Yep.
We're going for moderate.
So thanks y'all for whoever's on here. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, throwing into the chat. You know, would love to talk to people while we're waiting. Right now we're trying to get up to Wichita, and then we're going to hang left and go out west.
He's the navigator.
Suggestions, more or less.
Fiji water. Not a sponsor. But they could be.
They could be.
That'd be awesome.
It would. I think it'd be funny.
Finally get a feed. And not one of those. I get emails all the time. Hi, I'm whatever. Jose Alvarez or something. It's just some made up name. And I am the marketing manager for Fiji Water. I've put those on the Discord where I'm like, yeah, this sounds legitimate.
Colorado magic.
Like a land spout.
Yeah, but I mean the picture of it.
Sure.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, look at the bottom of Matt Clemens. You bastard.
Yeah.
Alright, enough of us. miles to the Tonkawa. I mean, I'm not stopping, but that's
Right.
getting close to the border.
I think we just passed through Perry.
Perry, Florida.
There's also an Orlando here too. They're not too far apart. Train spotter reports $half size hail.
Trained spotter.
Just says source train spotter. Dang.
Took meteorology down at the Elks Lodge.
Literally.
Watch nothing happen.
Please don't say that.
Oh my God. Well, the only upshot is we'll have some Texas Roadhouse in Wichita as opposed to Arby's. Is that like a cow?
It was. Mesoscale discussion.
Hooray!
It's for us.
It's too far west.
That's where we need to be. That's why I said we need to go to Pratt. That's only the beginning, though.
Oh yeah, man, this, like you said, we're gonna be out late tonight.
Yeah, totally. All right, ready? Okay. Surface analysis and visible imagery clearly outline the sector situated between a dry line from southeast Colorado into the eastern Texas Panhandle and a warm front retreating outflow draped across northern Oklahoma into south central Kansas. The air mass has become very unstable and will continue to develop northward. This air mass is coincident with an already strongly sheared environment with effective SRH over 200 meters squared per second squared. So it's rotating.
It's like a pencil
Yeah,
on a tabletop.
literally. These low-level shear values will increase markedly later today and during the evening as the low-level jet increases with effective SRH of 300 to 400 common. What that tells us is it's the potential is there, the turning of the winds in the atmosphere is there to have some strong tornadoes. While very cool air and clouds currently exist over northern Oklahoma into south and central Kansas, a strengthening low-level jet will likely yield clearing later on in the afternoon and into the evening, which may allow the tornado threat to expand farther eastward. Most probable peak tornado intensity.
Nighttime tornadoes.
Yeah. Oh boy, 3 a.m. tornadoes! Most probable peak tornado intensity, 155 to 190.
Those are rookie numbers.
That's a high-end EF4!
We got that. What
Most probable peak hail size, 4+ inches.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. We got.
I can't wait. Oh boy, 3 a.m. baseball hail and giant tornadoes. I can't wait. The good news is, though, even at night, you'll see them miles away from the lightning.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. If it's at 3 a.m., you'll see them from. I'll leave you under an overpass or something. I'm going to go back and get some sleep.
You can sleep in the bed of the truck.
Unless
Just
they
put a
come to
tarp over
Wichita.
top. Yeah, well, there's a good chance they might. Oh, goodness. So let's see. So this is really cool. With the so we'll be in Wichita in an hour and 10 minutes or so. The with the newer Mac silicon, you can do this where I can actually like operate my phone and
Hey, JK, I saw your message, and Carrie liked the Fiji water just like I did. I think I'm the one that introduced him to it. I'd never drunk Fiji water until 2014. I had some in Bermuda ahead of Hurricane Gonzalo, and I went out there to intercept that. And I was hooked. I was like, oh, this water is good. It's soft. So when I'm on the road, I try to drink Fiji water, or I like that Icelandic water. As well. And at home, I got some deal under my sink that my son hooked up that squeezes the water out through a bunch of filters, and supposedly it's just hydrogen and oxygen, and that's it. No microplastics, whatever. Love the flatness.
Yep. Now it definitely feels like the plains.
Looks like a dreary fall day. There's a turbine that's got a blade missing. It's just sitting there like, hey buddy, you want to be in a movie?
I don't know why that's so funny.
It's because it's Bill Hader. Fascinating. Oh, did they have a watch issuance probability or whatever?
95%.
So that's coming.
Yeah.
And then that'll gradually shift east is what it looks like.
Yep. Yes. What's interesting though is that they've highlighted this area, but look, the moderate's only like right here. And this goes even out beyond.
Right.
It's so weird. You have two departments there that aren't talking to each other.
Then one of them, there's like 2 people left or something.
Yeah.
What was it that Matt was saying? It was,
I don't know.
was it Dodge City or
Dodge
Garden
City, probably. Goodland, maybe.
Goodland.
But I mean, in fairness, there's like 5 people in northern Kansas. Like, it's not really like it's heavily populated. There's not any big cities. I mean, in reality, you could probably just merge
Still America,
that.
though.
Well, you could merge it with Dodge City, I think, in my
And
opinion.
you need to merge their salaries, see? You're gonna do the job of two people.
But you're really not.
Well, that's what a merger is, son.
Kinda, sorta.
If you merge 2 and 2, it's 4.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Trying to think. I know we stopped. Me and Scott stopped there, and then we drove over to that hut for some reason. I was trying to remember what it was.
Bing, 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 bing. Bouncy, bouncy.
Sounds like it is going to be cold again.
They had hail of 1 1/4 inch at the NWS Wichita office.
All the ice chip people should be there.
I wonder where they are today. But it is interesting to me that you have all that action. So you do have people playing both sides here. You have, but obviously not as many. But look at this right here, all the people that are positioned. And we are somewhere over here. Tonkawa, whatever it is. Now, I wonder why Oklahoma does these water towers that are just straight, like,
Right.
they're very Oklahoma. Because I've seen them nowhere else. Broadcast media, so Cake TV, hail up to 1.75.
In Wichita.
Probably at their studios.
Yeah, look at all them hail reports. Wow.
So we are in the moderate now.
What's that? I think I felt it.
We could get off 35. There is an alter, but it would take us longer. Never mind. Just ignore what I just said. I just don't like that the arrival time's 5:49.
Yeah, but still 3 hours of daylight after that.
Right.
I just know that when I was out here 21 years ago, we weren't seeing tornadoes at 5 in the afternoon. It was later.
Right. Did it look like this?
No. It was cumulus
Right.
Low level clouds, sunny, very windy from the south.
Right.
You can see that ripple crap on the radar, whatever that's called. You can see the flow.
Yeah.
You've seen that.
I know what you're talking about.
Didn't look like this, and it was in the mid 80s.
Looks like you're starting to see stuff maybe going up southwest of Dodge City now. I can't tell. Hard to tell.
Hey, my room's ready.
Same.
I think I'm gonna get a nap. Since about 3 a.m. Medicine Lodge. I think they get a tornado today. Some water. Kiowa.
Kiowa?
Is that where we were trying to get?
What? No, we're looking at Pratt.
No, the last year.
Coldwater?
That Kiowa place. Remember we were trying to cut up. We just missed it.
Oh, maybe, yeah. I thought we were trying to get between Dodge City and Nest City. Because I remember it being all out to the west.
what I
Almost
thought,
towards,
too.
like, Sublet. Tornado watch! That we are not in. It's literally the county to our west.
Right.
There it is. Wow, the whole way from the Red River
Yeah.
all the way up to Hayes.
Jeez. Including Oklahoma City.
Yep.
We're right in the middle of it, just to the east.
Isn't that right? That goes until 10.
Yeah, so we're fine.
A few tornadoes and a couple intense tornadoes likely. Widespread large hail and scattered very large hail.
Terrific.
Scattered damaging winds to 70 miles an hour.
Right. We're here for it.
In 2 miles, take exit 222 for Oklahoma 11 toward Blackwell.
Nah, we just keep doing this.
We're actually kind of close to Waukeeta. Not joking.
We're there.
30 miles.
Hawk! First one.
In a half mile, take exit 222 for Oklahoma 11 toward Blackwell. Use the left lane to take the ramp to Medford, then turn left onto...
Oh, see, now it dropped to 2 hours.
They're 8 minutes earlier.
ICT issues tornado watch for Barton, Harper, Kingman, and Reno counties.
There'll be something else. I saw another one in Harper County.
Yeah, wow, look at, there's the cyclogenesis. Boom. And all that moisture coming. There's some cumulus going up here. Look at that.
Where's it clear?
Getting there. So it looks like most of the clearing is out towards Dodge City.
Yeah.
But it does look like, look, down here it's starting to clear out to our south and west. So hopefully
So
that'll
yeah,
push off.
right.
Yeah. Which is what they were saying would happen. And look, you're starting to see cumulus start to go up along the dry line in North Texas. In the Panhandle. So this is good. This is very good.
Pretty good. That's my Larry David impression.
We've got to be close to Kansas. Looks like we're about 9 miles from Kansas. Y'all are watching on the stream, you know, we're paying attention to some of the messages that everybody's sending. Feel free, you know, drop in the chat. Where are you from? Where are you watching from? Definitely see the wind though.
Doesn't look like it wouldn't be that windy. Really want to get the drone up.
I mean, it's going to be windy, I think, regardless. They are where I figured they'd be. That's actually where I was looking at earlier. They're at 183.54 west of Greensburg, which is what I was thinking of, honestly, initially. So Deborah says, have y'all up on a 65-inch TV. Things have certainly changed since the old days. Deborah, do you like the new layout? Does it look good? Because when I was designing it, that was actually one of the things I wanted to design it for, was to be displayed on a TV. It's nowadays, that's how everything goes.
Why am I giant?
You're close.
that?
No idea. Woo! Bumpy. Oh, call him up. Are you okay? Huh? Huh? No, I didn't. I just told them here's what was going on. Supposed to treat them like we were before? Okay, that I didn't know. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. You feel any better? Well, I meant besides that, like, you know what I meant, right? I'm in Oklahoma. Just about to cross into Kansas. Okay. No. But Butch is supposed to come up and get you. So once you get a little bit better, you need to call him, okay? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I haven't really been able to talk to anybody. I know. I'm trying. So I did too, but he had to take care of Pat, I guess, from what he just told me. I was getting ready to call you guys back. Okay? Alright, so give him a call, please. Actually, yeah, both of them might not be a bad idea, okay? Alright, I love you, let me know. Bye.
I find it interesting that we have like an east to east southeast wind coming across.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Look at those bushes and stuff. Yeah, Lord.
Welcome to Kansas, y'all. Okay, what was I doing? Thank you, Atrix. We greatly appreciate it. He sent a $10 super thanks, or whatever they're called now.
The super chat.
That's it.
Super thanks.
And he said, stay safe today, Mark and CJ. That's from Matrix. Thanks, man. We appreciate it as always.
Enclosure ahead.
What?
Some.
It's this bridge, remember? That bridge following is. So for whatever reason, the Facebook Live crapped out. Don't know why. We're gonna try this again. It's done that before where it'll just like about after a few minutes for whatever reason. I don't know. So we'll do this instead. What are you looking for?
Food.
Those wheat thins again?
This is yours or mine?
It's not mine.
Oh,
How long has that been in here?
oh.
Jeez. Where did that come from?
It's from when I left North Carolina.
Where's the... Here it is. I think there it is. So, Mark reaches back and comes out with this whole bag of stuff. It's apparently been in the truck since he brought it out from North Carolina. Oh my god. You want to complain about my Subway sandwich?
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh. See, y'all can't get entertainment like this anywhere else.
Yeah, we get this on the Reed Timber Show. Hey. It's healthy, alright? So is crossing the lane. Pringles, not so much. I need some protein, so get these guys. Be fine after sitting in here in sweltering heat.
So, Howard posted on the YouTube chat, people still use TVs in 2925, meaning 2025. He goes, fat fingers on my mobile phone. I think by 2925, we should be able to just beam television into our heads. So I just gave up on trying with the doohickey.
Facebook's being a...
It's being stupid. So I just posted a link to the YouTube and said here. Sorry. We tried. Did you post it on Twitter?
Not yet. We'll wait till we get something interesting. Me eating Legos.
Legos?
That sounds like. Hail. That'll be interesting.
Four-inch hail, 70-mile-an-hour winds, and Lord knows what else. And it's still only 4 o'clock.
Exactly.
So we are going to get there soon enough. I am seeing the rolling in the clouds. Look over here. You can see that vorticity in action. Now that is actually good to see.
And the prep, depending on what's happening, take you down to Sun City. Show you something interesting.
Sun City.
Yeah.
all people over 65.
Short-term poopage.
I mean, it's gonna happen. That looks good from this side. Wow. Okay. Let's go back to here. And we're back. Oh yeah, look at that. Out near Liberal and Garden City. It's all gonna come this way. Now what's interesting is all the chasers converging down here. And then all like right here. And then up in here. There's like 3 separate convergence zones. But look at all these people that are still down in Oklahoma.
Right.
Which I don't understand why. Like, there doesn't seem to be much. I mean, they're starting to get convection on the dry line, it looks like. But beyond that, I don't know. It's just crazy. Maybe people like chasing Oklahoma better. Ranch, Colorado.
Wow.
Another land spout visible from Aurora. And then it was like right next to Denver International.
wants to stop hogging all the action.
Look, this. It says this. Get ready. Going back to the stream. No new comments recently. Just kind of waiting and seeing, waiting and seeing. So we're only 20 miles from the like the southern part of Wichita.
Yep. 90 minutes from Pratt.
Lane closure ahead.
Okay.
I am starting to notice a little bit more of like almost look over there. There's some like sky.
Right.
This is lifted some, so you can tell the warm fronts past here.
Lane closure ahead. Over how green it is out here, man. Wide open spaces. I know where we're at. Here's the little thingamabob.
That's the name of the chapter, or the episode 2 for Hurricane Highway.
What?
Wide open spaces.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it is. Kansas Turnpike Authority. Lord. To Wichita. So you are starting to get convection along the dry line down in Illinois.
Yeah, look at that. Yep. We're going to be turning west just in time, bro.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Right down the middle.
Bing, bing. So I think everybody's dropping down into Oklahoma because that's where it's kind of open and warming.
Right.
It's just confusing as to why it wouldn't come, further east. Southwestern Oklahoma, there's surface Cape 6,500. So it looks like the 2,000 jewel mark is right here. So there's definitely some serious Cape still even in Kansas. Because that's where I would draw my line in terms of what we want to see. But even look at this small area in southwestern Oklahoma, 5,500 joules per kilogram. That's mixed layer Cape. Wow. So it looks like the strongest tornado area is going to be here from Hutchinson west along, oh wait, no, hold on. It's once we get into Kingman or Cheney, and points west. So yeah, it looks like people are getting into position on these cells over here, Dodge City and Mineola.
There's an object on road ahead.
Okay.
What's it gonna be? to be a dead deer.
Dang.
Yuck.
Look at this perfect little box that all these chasers are in.
Right.
Like, basically centered around Woodward, Oklahoma. Like, am I missing something there? Is there something there I'm not seeing? You know?
There's an object on road ahead.
2 of them. Y'all gotta stop hitting these deer. Must have been John Serlin last night.
Yeah, no kidding. It's a little after 21Z. Watch. That's the herd.
Wow.
20Z. Look at this.
Right. We're headed right for it. lingers.
Right.
Whatever the hell it is.
And that is juicy air. I can feel it. Wonder what's our out there saying. Shade. 73.6 over 67 or over 62.3. Doesn't seem right.
Well, which one? What does it say?
That's what it says.
Which one are you connected to?
Horseshoe Beach. That's the one on the truck, right? 73 over 62.
Hey Siri, what's the dew point in Wichita, Kansas?
Sorry, I can't show the result to you while you're in the car.
Piss off.
Well, Wichita isn't where we're going to want to be anyway. We gotta be
Just
further
see if
west.
it's accurate.
In 2 miles, take exit 42 for I-135 toward I-235, Wichita.
Doesn't feel that muggy out there.
According to this, in Wichita, it's 75 with a dew point of 64.
There you go.
We got a 20Z sounding from Dodge City. Still some capping. Some pretty decent capping, but wow. It's a typical loaded gun. Still.
In half a mile, take exit 42 for I-135 toward I-235, Wichita. Take exit 42.
Is that rain?
It is. There's a kid on a bike.
Dude,
Continue for 1 mile.
Wow. Norman was almost completely broken cap-wise. Holy Lord. Mixed layer cape of 4,200.
Should have stayed in Norman.
I wonder if this show's going to be further south. Nothing we can do about it now.
I don't think the her is going to fail that bad, that close. Oh,
That was the quick news bag.
it's fine.
In a quarter mile, use the left 2 lanes to take exit 1C for I-235. Use the left 2 lanes to take exit 1C. Continue for 6 miles.
Connell
Yeah, Matt said they're going to hold out there. I think they just need more time for the cap to erode. Because it is only 4:30.
True that.
Tornado watch for Wichita Falls down to Brownwood. Look at the arc of it, though. This is a classic plains event, man.
Hey Siri, send a message to Jeff Geyer.
What do you want to say to Jeff?
Tornado watch just to your west, I think it is. So heads up out there.
It says, tornado watch just to your west, I think it is, so a heads up out there. Send it?
It does include
Cancel.
It includes weather.
Okay, cancel.
Hey Siri, send a message to Jeff Geyer. Hey Siri, send a message to Jeff Geyer.
What do you want to say to Jeff?
Tornado watch for your area, period. Stay alert, exclamation point. I should have just stayed there.
It says, tornado watch for your area. Stay alert. Send it?
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, it looks a lot of people.
In 2
bailed out
miles,
of
take
Kansas
exit
and went
7 for
down
Kellogg
into
Avenue.
Western Oklahoma, which might not be a bad idea. This is a failure mode, so we may actually get a bust if there's nothing by 6 o'clock. I mean, there's stuff trying to go up near Dodge City. I see towers on, radar. It's trying. Like he said, the models are still insisting on developing stuff.
In a half mile, take exit 7 for Kellogg Avenue. Take exit 7, then take the US 54 West ramp. Take the US 54 West ramp. Continue on US 400 West for 74 miles.
So we're just waiting to see what ends up firing up this way, I guess. We got some. is a pretty decent cell up near Goodland. So I do think that this down here does start generally. everybody's going to try to go down for that cell that's in the Texas Panhandle near Glacier and go, like, that's what I think some of these people are doing, is that they're getting in a position for that. It makes sense.
They're impatient.
But it doesn't look that impressive when you get close to it on radar. And there are towers going up along the dry line into southwestern Kansas. So I think patience is what we need.
Just remember, even at 6 o'clock, there's still 3 hours of usable daylight.
Ish. But that's, I mean, we're approaching peak heating. We need heat to convect. But that's not to say that the cap won't erode. So I don't know. That was almost 2 hours ago that sounding was taken.
Stoplights like this all the way to Pratt.
Yay.
Pratt's really just West Wichita.
Not really, it's far out there. 60 miles, we'll be there in an hour.
Still have like 167th Street.
Yep, that's usually how it goes.
Stoplights as far as the eye can see.
It's just this cloud cover, man. I think that's what's going to bust it. And
Ain't nothing you can do about that.
No, but we are close enough to Oklahoma that if we wanted to, we could drop south. Once we get to Pratt. But let's see what happens. We're not completely out of position. He said where he's at, it's still cloudy and foggy with drizzle. It's so strange.
Sounds horrible.
Yeah, that clearing line is just about to Dodge City now. There's all that moisture. Look at the over western Oklahoma. That's where we should be. What's interesting though is that they didn't even forecast for that.
Right.
Like you would have thought they would have seen that, right? Maybe? I don't know. They had a tornado in northwestern Arkansas, and it's cloudy there. It's so weird. So we are somewhere like here. and the box of chasers is like boom, like that. Isn't that crazy? Look at all these chasers going towards this one cell. They're all just migrating like ants.
Right.
Which is good, because if something fires northern, like more to the north along the dry line, we're set for it.
Never know, that one down at Glacier might come up towards Pratt and be a beast. That's what happened in 2004.
That's what I'm kind of
They
waiting
all
to
came
see.
out of Oklahoma,
Yeah.
and I was
that's
wanting
what
to be
would happen.
aggressive, and Jesse's like, be patient. They're coming. And that's what happened. And then some more fired ahead of it, and game on. Everything produced. That looks impressive.
Yeah, but it's not really showing like what I would think, because these cells don't exist, so I can really throw this out. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they do. There's two of them right there.
That's nowhere near where those are. Those it has two little specks, like right in here, so I can throw it out and say junk. This is the only model that has what's kind of gone on with this cell over here, and it just does this. It like blows it up, but it's from 12Z.
Right.
I think patience.
Pratt, see what's up. And if it's just that one headed towards Pratt, try to grab something to eat real quick, and then head down towards Sun City and whatever and cut it off. I know that area too. It's nice and rolling. It's really weird out there. You know, not a lot of cell towers, so I like it to come up towards 400.
They're thinking about going and meeting that cell that's in Texas, down by the Kansas, Oklahoma.
Right, near Sun City, yep.
And he said keep an eye on that one near Ashland. Which I agree, I think that's a good play too. As it kind of starts to...
This little guy.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Like I said, patience.
I'm not going anywhere. This is ridiculous. 295th
He
Street.
said where they're at is starting to open up, like it's starting to brighten up a lot, which is good.
be doing pretty good.
It has been.
Look at that severe thunderstorm warning.
Yeah, I know, it's weird, isn't it?
Gosh. Yeah, that one near Ashland.
Yeah, but it would be going through Greensburg, and with the speed it's moving, I don't think we'd be able to catch it.
So we'll see. And the one down there near Grays or whatever, it's split. Or whatever. It's
Yeah, there's
north.
like 3 of them. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We got time, and it ain't over until the fat lady's singing, so. Nice. There's one of the hail ice chip dowels. It's called the Hail Cow.
Posted that.
No, or is it? No. It says something else. Matt sent it to me.
Nice.
It says mini cow. I lied. This is interesting. Wasn't it like this that last
Yeah.
time we were out here? Yeah.
And me and Scott were out here. He knows his stuff. It's coming. It's coming, bro. Oh my God. That guy, he is unbelievable.
I believe it. Like I said, I mean, it wouldn't make sense to me as to why
Right.
it wouldn't.
It's goofy looking, but it's coming.
Yeah. It's weird. Now this looks like Kansas with the
Right.
concrete instead of the regular pavement. They groove it, which is weird.
It's groovy.
Yeah. It almost looks like they're trying to make this into some kind of an interstate. That's what this kind of reminds me of, doesn't it?
I guess. It certainly is thicker.
Mm-hmm, that's what I mean.
Heavier loads.
Yeah.
Oh, good, it's cold in here.
Cows. It looks like they're putting in an exit here. Interesting. Pretty interesting.
West 697th Street.
almost like that one down in Glacier, like split. So there's a left split and a right split. And remember, you chase the right split, which is rotating pretty decently from, at least in the upper levels, from the Dodge City radar. But it's far from the radar there. First tropical wave coming off of Africa. That's telling. So Marion, Illinois, that tornado was rated an EF4 with 190.
Wow.
So far, it's, it's pretty, pretty sure that's one of the most intense we've had all year. Maybe even it's everywhere. I know, I'm getting there. Hold on. I actually had to put on the hoodie. It's starting to freeze out here. Discharge you. Okay. Well, I wanted to call you before we start getting into the thick of it because we're getting about that time. Okay? Alright, I love you and I'll call you after everything's done, okay? Bye-bye.
Gotta sniff the dirt.
Yeah.